Good afternoon, student. I am Ovi Ashish Kamble, the Assistant Professor of Electronics from Computer Science Department. Welcome to our e-learning platform. In a previous video, we see about ZigBee. Now, in this video, we see the ZigBee protocol architecture diagram. You can see the diagram which is having four layers. First layer is a physical layer. Second, MAC layer, that is medium access control layer. Next is network layer, and the last one is application layer. By using the physical layer and a MAC layer, we know that how does transmission work and what are the frequency and channels used. By using network layer, how is the network formed, how are the addressing assigned. By using the application layer, it defines various addressing objects including profile, cluster and endpoints. Now discuss all the layers one by one. Physical layer. This layer does modulation and demodulation operation upon transmitting and receiving signal respectively. This layer's frequency, data rate and number of channels are given below. MAC layer. This layer is responsible for reliable transmission of data by accessing different networks with the carrier sense multiple access collision avoidance, that is CSMA. This also transmits the beacon frames for synchronizing communication. Next layer is network layer. This layer takes care of all network related operations such as network setup, end device connection and disconnection to the network, routing, device configuration, etc. Next layer is application support sub layer. This layer enables the services necessary for ZigBee device object and application object to interface with the network layer for data managing services. This layer is responsible for matching two devices according to their services and needs. Next layer is application framework. It provides two types of data services as key value pair and generic message services. The generic message is developer defined structure, whereas the key value pair is used for getting attributes within the application object. ZDO provides an interface between application object and the APS layer in a ZigBee device. It is responsible for detecting, initiating and binding other device to the network. Next topic is topologies of ZigBee. ZigBee network topology can be divided into three types. There are star topology, cluster tree topology and pre-to-pre, or it is also known as mesh topology. Each topology will have different effect on how the message are routed and which device connect to which device. You can see the all type of topologies diagram in this diagram. First, the red color shows ZigBee coordinator. The blue color shows ZigBee router and yellow color shows the ZigBee end devices. Now see all the topologies one by one. First, star topology. You can see the diagram of star topology here. The first topology is a star topology. Star topology consists of a coordinator and few end devices. There is no any router in a star topology. It is the simplest and most limited one in the ZigBee. Devices are all connected to coordinator node and all communication goes via this coordinator. That means the coordinator is at center point and all the connection do with the coordinator. All message can be sent by the coordinator only. Next is cluster tree topology. You can see the diagram of cluster tree topology here. The second topology is a tree topology. It is also known as tree topology. It consists of coordinator, few router and end devices that acts as a center node or root tree. The router operates as an extension for network coverage. These end nodes that connected to the parent, that is coordinator or a router, are called children. Only the end device can communicate with the parents. Next is mesh topology. You can see the diagram of mesh topology here. The third and the last topology is Pre-to-pre, or it is also known as mesh topology. This topology consists of a coordinator, free router and end devices. You can expand the network range by adding more devices into this network. If during the transmission one of the path is failed, the node will find alternate path to reach to the destination, therefore limiting dead zone. Using this mesh topology, it is easier for user to add or remove the device because they can communicate with any destination device in this network. By using the mesh topology, we can add our end devices and we can send or receive our data by using the router and a coordinator. Next slide is advantages of ZigBee. This network has flexible network structure. ZigBee uses mesh topology to design their network, so it is flexible network structure. Battery life of ZigBee is good. Power consumption is less. Very simple to fix. It supports approximately 6,500 nodes. It having less cost. It is self-healing as well as more reliable. Network setting is very easy as well as simple. These are the advantages of ZigBee. Next, disadvantages of ZigBee. It needs the system information to control ZigBee based device for the owner. As compared with the Wi-Fi, it is not secure. The transmission rate of ZigBee is less. It does not include several end devices. It is so highly risky to be used for official private information. These are the disadvantages of ZigBee. Now, next is application of ZigBee. ZigBee networking and ZigBee technology has wide range of application like home automation, healthcare and material tracking. ZigBee device can increase efficiency and reduce cost in this application. ZigBee has wide application in home automation for security system, meter reading system and light control system. For gaming console, wireless mouse and wireless remote controls are used. These are the applications of ZigBee. Thank you. Keep watching my video.